Right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 3200. And this is our.
Is it our review? It sure ain't no review show. I was about to do it too. I was about to be like review show.
It's our football show, man. And
Football.
we're going. And we're going live, man. We're going live, man. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Yeah. Can you feel it, man? Did y'all even hear that?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens when you go live. You get
We can't feel it. We can't feel it. We can't feel it. We didn't hear it.
Hey, yo, so we're live, man. This is our first live football show, man, where we review this past week, week 2, and then we make our predictions for week 3, man. We want y'all to come in on the comments, make sure that you share what you thinking, who's your team. Trash talk, man. We're gonna take a lot of trash talk, man. We all for it, man. As you see who we representing here, man. Who we represent. My boys tilted this week. Look, I had to put the Dion glasses and keep my cap on, man, because I ain't talking to no men. Man, speaking of which, man, before we start the NFL, man, let's recap a little, man. Had a few interesting things happening in the NCAA this weekend. One of the biggest stories was Travis Hunt, the Travis Hunter hit that, and he's going to be out here for a few weeks. He had a lacerated his liver, man. Lacerated his liver, so he's going to be out for a few weeks here, man. So special prayers to Travis Hunter. But I wanted to see what you guys thought about this hit, man. Take a look at this.
Go downfield, incomplete, but a flag down.
Did you see the hit, man? Did y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We seen it and we seen the reaction afterwards. We seen the death threats this week to his little dude and his family.
Jesus.
Yeah, so much so even Dion had to get on there and be like, it's college. Yes, that was wrong what he did, but that doesn't require death threats towards the college kid and his family. And I agree. The thing that I think that was wrong in the situation, the only thing I think that was and what brought on the death threats is the referees did not handle that correctly at that time. They just called it unsportsmanlike. Little dude should have been suspended.
Yeah. And his name is Blackburn, man. That's his last name.
Yeah, Blackburn should have been suspended. I don't have my shades in my cap there right now to speak to him. But he should have been suspended for the rest of the game and maybe another game or two after that, due to that, because I think I saw a video of another angle to where he actually went and ran over there to do that at that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was just running to catch up with the ball or anything else. That he did that intentionally. So he should have suffered some type of consequences rather than just unsportsmanlike. That was past unsportsmanlike. If most people couldn't see the video or don't know, Hunter was already out of bounds. The play was already over pretty much, and he just boom, and then he walked off like he the man, so it showed that he did it on purpose. He had no remorse for what he did at the time. I know right now he's remorsing it because of the fallout from it. If he was going to get anything NFL wise, I don't think he's getting it now. But
Nah,
he wasn't going to anyway, man. Let's be real. This dude played for Colorado State.
Hey, man, NFL picking up everybody now, man. They finding them.
Nah, that did not help his case right there. That did not help his case. I don't think nobody want to touch him right now. Not even his own team. So it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Yeah. I even heard somebody, Ashley Nicole Moss on Paper Route, man. She suggested that he be suspended for the same amount of time that Travis is going to be out, which is like 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Coach Norvell, coach of Colorado State, defended him. Said that pretty much said that he thought it was football. Is what he said. I think that was his statement there. It was football. It's what happens in college football. So he said the team wasn't going to take any action on him. I think both of them need to get suspended.
Yeah, reactions like that is what some people don't understand. It's what makes those other reactions. I'll feel these death threats and these other things like that, because most of the time, a pretty level-headed person, you'll have the people who initially are front, oh, he need to be, but a level-headed person will be like, well, what did he get afterwards? And if the crime don't fit the time, then most of the time that's where people get upset, because it looks like injustice or whatever that's going on at the time. So him and his coach need disciplinary actions.
Man. All right. Oh, go ahead.
You gotta know you gotta be the adults with the shade and the cap on, and you gotta be able to if you're I understand that you're players and you want to protect them, but if they're doing wrong, they doing wrong, and you gotta get on them about it.
Yeah. What about, because I was disappointed, no lie. I was disappointed. I didn't stay up for the game because that was too doggone late. I wasn't staying till 1 o'clock in the morning for no game. But I was interested in the handshake after the game, and I was thoroughly disappointed. There was no action there, man. There was no action there. Coach pretty much whispered something to Deion. They shook hands and they went the other way, man. So well, what do you think, man? Did Deion handle it right, man? Because he said, wait. He had me ready because he said, wait till the handshake. We gonna. I was ready, man. I was ready. What do you think, man? Did he handle it right?
Yeah, you gotta be political. You know what I mean? And even though, tell you the truth, remember when that one coach in the HBCU had that problem, that issue with Deion, that coach had the issue. Deion didn't have the issue. Deion went out there to shake his hand and do, you know what I mean, and everything else. So Deion was being Deion. People have issues, they have issues, but he's still going to be him. He's still going to handle it the correct way, the professional way. And I mean, truthfully, let's be real about this, man. We talking about Deion effing Sanders. There's nothing that little coach, whatever his name is, can do that's gonna outdo Deion freaking Sanders. Even if little coach was to win the college championship, he still is not an NFL Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Accolades before, you know what I mean? It's just like, come on, man. The stuff that Deion did when he was in college, NFL,
MLB.
Yeah, there's nothing that they can do or say that really should be able to get under Deion's skin.
Yeah. What you think, Jake? And we're live.
In his Mitch McConnell mode. I think he's still having issues.
Issues with it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's move on. NFL, man. It was a great week of NFL, man. We had some comebacks, man. We had a lot of stuff going on, man. We had some good games, some overtime. We had a Hail Mary. Man. So all kinds of things happening in the NFL, man. What's the highlights, man? What's your highlights for this week, man? What do y'all got? What stood out for you?
who did that one-handed catch and he was getting was that my Saints? The one-handed catch and he actually that should have been pass interference. I mean, he was holding his right arm and he still had that catch and got it in there. So that was a highlight for me. I feel like a lot of these games, man, these defenses was showing up and showing out. But that was a big highlight for me when he made that one-handed catch like that. That was crazy. It's not Olive, it's man, I can't say it's Olave. I can't say it right. I know I know I'm
You
gonna miss
don't
it.
even know. You don't even know your own players' names, man. That's sad.
It's like I can't say it. It's because it's like Olave. I can't say it.
Yodelay.
Olave or something like that. You know, I knew I was gonna miss it. That's how I spelled it. That's stuff, man. We could have edited that out. But that one-handed catch was a highlight to me. That was when they really needed it, and now they got the game going for the win. I have to say, man, as far as the down, I feel really bad about Bryce Young, man. I don't know if you watched that game. I feel really bad. And the reason why I feel bad was because I feel like you put him in a bad situation. So he's still, still college level and everything else. You got him starting. The crowd they was not, you know what I mean, forgiving or merciful or anything else. I feel like a lot of times you see him just on the what you call it. I don't remember seeing the offensive coordinator around him. You know how usually when you got a rookie like that or something like that, you always have that coach or somebody around them talking to him. And I feel like he was just all alone. They just left him, you know what I mean, kind of in the wind. It wasn't real support to me for him.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he really did anything wrong, just that he's a fresh college guy. You know what I mean? And you put him in.
And
Go
I
ahead.
think that was the point just about all the rookie quarterbacks. Except for Richardson. Richardson was looking good before he got hurt in the Houston game. He had ran 2 in. He was looking fresh, man. He was looking good. But Stroud, CJ Stroud, and Bryce Young both they struggled. They didn't look bad, but it's not a lot you could do when you get hit. I think both of them got hit 6 times, 6 sacks each.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's nothing against them. They're looking great. I mean, CJ Stroud still threw for like 328 yards, I believe. He was doing his thing, but them 6 sacks and all the extra pressure that's coming in. Both Carolina and Houston both were dealing with just poor offensive line and lack of effort from their offensive line, man. They were just getting their quarterbacks killed, which is bad. You know what I mean? That's why I would never want to be a first-round quarterback, because you're going to go to the worst team, and most likely that team is not going to have an offensive line. They're going to destroy you.
Yeah.
That's happened to the last few Houston quarterbacks.
True.
So, yeah, they didn't look bad at all. It's just, I mean, their numbers were good. It's just them 6 sacks, man. Them 6 sacks, you can't win a game if you let your quarterback get tore up.
I could tell a lot of things with Bryce. He didn't want to run as much, but actually his run was really effective when he would take off. He wanted to stay in that pocket and make those plays to show who he is. You could see that in his eyes, but like you said, the line wasn't holding up for him. They wasn't giving him as much opportunity to do those type of things, and it was just a lot.
And that's the thing. The media puts that pressure on black quarterbacks to say, well, they're not a pocket. They don't have much of a pocket presence. They can't be they're not a pocket pass. And then a lot of black quarterbacks listen to that, and then they try to, you know what I mean? They try to prove them wrong. It's like, bro, just play your game. They talk you out your game. You know what I mean? Doing that. So just be yourself, man. I think that's with Dak too, man. Dak the same way, bro. Like, people kept saying he ain't a pocket pass. He can't throw the yards. Now he's forcing the ball over 5 yards. And he's forcing to try to be a pocket pass. Like, that's not your game. You play your game and win your game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can change up you.
They can say whatever. People can say whatever they want to say, but if you play your game and you win in rings or championships and everything else, you just let them keep talking. Look at Mahomes. They all talk about the way he throw that ball and everything else and the crazy things that him and Andy Reid do out on plays and everything, but they winning. So you can say whatever you want to say. They didn't win a couple of Super Bowls playing that crazy way they play. So you gotta let people in. You gotta tone down the critics and do your thing out there.
Yeah, man.
It's
raining. It's raining out here, so I guess AT&T is that trash where if it starts to rain, your service goes in and out.
Hey, it is what it is, AT&T. It is what it is.
Yeah. And then, people can't drive in Dallas. Somebody already hydroplane and wrecked their little car. But to go back on the Colorado game, nah, man. I get what Jay is saying. That's something you say in the locker room, not on TV. Yeah, it's a rivalry game. My coaches taught me a lot of bad tricks because I was shorter and smaller than most offensive linemen. So, yeah. But they didn't show me all the other dirty stuff I would do, but it wouldn't be in front of the ref. So that was the dumb part about him. I'm like, you did it right in front of the play.
Yeah.
So, when I used to flip people and hit them in the nuts, nobody saw that. They just wonder, why is that kid throwing up? I don't know. Must have ate something bad. Food poison. I don't know. But for him to do, that in front of the ref, yeah, he should have been ejected from the game.
The other question he had when you was having technical difficulties was there any plays in the NFL side that you seen this week that you like? I said the one with Olave. I can't say that dude's name. The one-handed catch that he got while he was being that should have probably been pass interference, but the one-handed catch that he caught out there that got the game rolling. Was there any plays that you seen that you liked this week?
I didn't really get to watch a lot of football because I was working. But I'm trying to think from last night's game because I did watch most of that Pittsburgh and Cleveland game. I don't know. Nothing really caught my eye. I feel like Cleveland should have won that game, but Deshaun just, I don't know, man. He just fell off at the end.
Yeah, I feel like he got to get that rhythm back. Not back. He just got to get the right rhythm with Cleveland. I think when he was playing in Houston, he already knew my rhythm is move. Once I touch that ball, move.
Well, and that was the thing that I didn't understand. They had a lead and they kept playing fast. So I was like, run the clock, fools.
Well, Chubb got hurt too.
Nah, that Ford kid was running good. So I was like, keep running the ball. Stop throwing it. But it was between a lot of penalties. I think their right tackle got hurt as well. And they had a rookie. He big as hell, but he big as hell.
Yeah.
So you put like a Watt and somebody on him, and they a lot faster and intimidates him.
Yeah.
But I think he was like, I think that kid was like 6'8", 375 or something. He was a big boy.
Yeah, Watt was in there. Watt, that dude and his brother, they just some phenomenal players, man. They come in there hungry, and they going.
Yeah. And it
Why?
really was
As
another.
far as this, like the second, because I watched quite a bit of that game too, and I watched them the week before last too, and nothing on Pittsburgh team is impressive to me except for TJ, except for Little Watt. He's the only thing that, because I don't feel like the quarterback is really out. It feels to me like he's trying to figure things. The whole team feel like they're going through a change and trying to figure everything out. But it seemed like Watt is the only one out there who know what to play and know what to do.
Yeah. Well, Highsmith was good last night too. He did his thing on defense. But yeah, I mean, always my defense impresses me. That's just the thing. We've only had one of the top defenses in the league for the last going on 3 years now. Say what you want to say, but it's in the numbers. So we just got to get Dak to stay in control. And
Hey man, y'all ain't gotta worry about Dak no more, man. Y'all got that backup. Just going.
Nah, he gotta learn.
You know how to make Dak act right. Put Dak on the side, let that backup come out there and make it.
I mean, you talk about Dak at this game, but I didn't think this is another game where I didn't think he did bad. He did what he's supposed to do. He didn't turn the ball over. He kept on to the ball. And then you got to look at it too. He was going against one of the best defenses we got out here. The Jets defense is one of the top defenses. Their defensive line is probably the best defensive line out there. And look what he was able to do. No, he didn't make it to the end zone. He's able to move the ball. He made it to the end zone, but he wasn't able to make it to the end zone on all the drives. But he got him there, and it was enough to beat this Jets team. So I'm not saying he did bad. He wasn't impressive, but he did what he had to do. He threw the ball. I mean, how much your boy got there? CeeDee Lamb had a good game, 193 yards, I think, for CD. Like, when has CD did that, man? Like, when's the last time CD had a great game?
It's been a while.
College.
Yeah.
Nah.
It ain't been college.
Yeah, it's been a while.
He did have a good game. He did have some good games.
Yeah, but he gets doubled all the time. But no, I'm saying he did. He started off great to me. It was his second half. He started getting back into his old ways with the deep balls and all that, and trying to force it and holding the ball too long.
Yeah.
His first couple of drives, he was 13 for 13, which is good. But keep it there, man.
Yeah, and that's I don't know if that's him or that's coaching, but we've seen that too with a bunch of other coaching, even with Denver and Arizona, all of those teams who had big leads, and then they the second half they come out and trying to do too much and they lose. Yeah,
just dumb playing. Like you said, it was really no reason to go out there and just throw these long balls, these long passes and stuff like that, create openings for the other team. Because I think, wasn't that what happened to? I want to say that's what happened to the Browns.
Get on too.
That's what happened.
No, you good. Yeah, I think that's what happened with the Browns. I said there's a couple big injuries.
What happened to the Browns at the end? Because remember, they was like 3rd and 2 or something like that, or 4th and 2, and instead of just running it 2 yards, they decided to try to throw, and they messed up.
Yeah.
It's like dumb plays, man. What you doing? What's wrong with you? The time was running out. If y'all would have held on to that ball and just did that quick run, got that first down, they would have ended the game with a win, ended the game with a loss. Because of bad decisions, Yep.
So everybody need to tighten up a little bit.
About that, man. He got 30 points.
They put up 30 points there, and that's what they needed. They knew they didn't need much, so it do worry me when they're gonna go to a team that's go against a team that's more competitive, because field goals ain't gonna make it on those games. But as far as the Jets, we knew going into that game that their offense wouldn't be able to move much. They had the one good play to Wilson, to Garrett Wilson, the deep pass. Some people failed back there, but they made it up. They made it up. But we knew what it was going against the Hobble. We knew Zach Wilson was going to carry that team nowhere. So they did what they had to do. They had several big injuries, man. And to the one position that we don't need the injuries to, man. Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb got hurt last night. We had Saquon. Saquon's out for the rest of the season. There after getting the big check and arguing for the big check. What do y'all think about that, man?
Hey, man, he got the big check.
I
don't know.
They won the game.
Yeah, it's that you can say, man. You know,
I thought it was a huge risk. I thought it was a huge risk at first because he was arguing to get a bigger check. You know, he was arguing he wanted the money. He wanted the big money. And they gave him, I think they gave him $11 million. Just they only signed him for 1 year, gave him $11 million. And I was kind of nervous about that because I know they were talking about Saquon go to Dallas. Like, I don't want Saquon. Saquon is injury prone. But that gives the owners a little bit more. I don't know if y'all know, but there's like a huge debate between the owners and the running back position and them not getting enough pay with the running backs having a 5-year deal. And by year 5, most of the running backs are beat up anyway. So that second contract is usually what the owners are not wanting to pay them. I'll put it that way. But with injuries like we're seeing with Nick Chubb and Saquon this weekend, it does not help for the running backs argument.
But they just got to switch up the plan then.
Mm-hmm.
They need to have their agent switch up the plan. If you're going to give me this little $5 deal and then after that, you try to give me less or whatever else like that, then that first 5 deal, y'all got to try to blow that crap out the water.
Yeah.
Or either make your rookie deal like a 1 or 2 year deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what
when the game changes, you got to figure out a new way to play.
Yeah, and that's what the union is arguing with the NFL for, because it has to go through the union and the NFL for them to change the running back contract, because there's a standard in the rookie year contract for that position. So I agree, they need to shorten the deal up, give them a 1 or 2 year deal, and then let them, year 3, while they still fresh, man, let them run. Or running backs too, man. Running backs, you better start catching the ball. That old school Emmitt Smith running back.
And that's the thing too. A lot of the old school Emmitt Smith running back, you don't have guys that size. A lot of these running backs are smaller. And you don't have that Marshawn Lynch type running back. You know what I mean?
You can't say that because you got Bijan. Bijan is
you got a couple of them, but what I'm saying is within that crew, when you're looking at that, like you just said, Bijan, and then it's like, who else? You probably got 10, 15 guys before you get to that next guy.
Yeah, but even Derrick Henry ain't putting out numbers like he used to.
Yeah.
And he a big boy.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. They probably need to check their hands
up, man. And they just get beat, especially the ones coming from like Alabama and the SEC, where especially the ones that come from Alabama or Georgia, where they run heavy in college, and then they take a beating them years in college, then come to NFL, and the first 2 years take a good beating, and it's kind of bad, it's kind of messed up. So prayers go out to Saquon and Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb's gonna be able to come back in a couple of weeks, but Saquon is done. Which I don't know. I don't know about the Giants, man. I don't know. We'll see. All right, man. Let's look.
Look at that. That's what happens when you go live.
To this week's let's come to this week's picks, man. And if you see at the bottom,
is it my phone or his computer?
No, that's him. He's He's a transformer today. He's got robot,
Girl.
and he's chopping it up with Mitch.
You gotta take them shades out.
Hey, man, something. I guess I'll just flow through while he's working on his technical difficulties. You look at the bottom of the screen, we have our picks. Any game you this week coming up, Jonathan, any game that you feel like you're gonna want to see or feel like it's a good game, a good matchup?
Not really.
Oh
Not really.
yeah, because I see the Cowboys play the Cardinals, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So that should be an easy one. But that's usually our hard ones when we think it's gonna be easy. Other than that, yeah, none of them really.
Stand out.
Yeah, because it looked like this week everybody. I guess the Eagles and Buccaneers, since they both 2-0, 2-0. I don't know. Or the Rams and the Bengals, I guess, because they got to get out they slump. Yeah, because I didn't have them 0-2 at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think nobody had that whole bingo action going there.
Yes, I don't know. Everything, all the games look kind of.
Thinking about the Bengals, who the Bengals quarterback again?
Joe Burrow.
Hey, man, Joe Burrow.
I remember somebody the first game or so, and I think last week too, they was like Burrow will make the way.
Don't overreact. Season is not over. This is only week 2. Joe Burrow is going to be a beast. You see how Josh Allen turned it around this week, man. We're going to see Joe Burrow. He's going to turn it around, man. He's playing a little bit hurt, I believe. I think he got a little injury. I think he's playing a little bit hurt, but he's going out there. He's going to make a comeback, man. Don't sleep on Joe, man. It's still early.
Come on, man. You talking about Josh Allen turning around. He just played the Raiders.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man.
And I can see if he was like he turned it around and he played an actual like hard defense, but he played the Raiders.
The Raiders are good, man. Don't sleep on the Raiders, man.
I'm not sleeping on them, but you made it sound like he played like he. Okay, then I'll put it this way: you made it sound like he played y'all defense.
It's okay. It's okay, man. He's coming back. He will. He will in the Super Bowl.
Got the regular season.
Oh, we got a regular season?
Yeah,
he's gonna play. Don't sleep on Joe Burrow, man. Let's give an update, man. Sorry about that. Ever since Jonathan, I was doing good until Jonathan started talking bad about AT&T, and all of a sudden my stuff started acting up over here, man.
That's why I didn't say.
Hey, look at the bottom screen, man. We got a little competition, man. We're going for the most picks, man. Whoever get the most picks correct this year, they're gonna get a little trophy, man. Last year, man, who was the winner last year? Was it? Oh, it was me.
I still say he cheated, Jonathan. I want to see the number. I want to see the number. You know, he was bad at math when he was a kid.
Yeah, look, if you win, you get a trophy. If you lose, the other guys get to choose your punishment. Which is bad, man, which is bad. Leo got punished last year, had to wear some Hoochie Daddy shorts and sport some beautiful Dallas Cowboys. Did I tell you look good in your Cowboys gear? You looked real good, and it came in natural. So let's go, man. Jonathan was in the lead last week. I was in last place, and Leo was in second place, and Chris was disqualified. And things are still the same this week. Me and Leo tied for second place there. I had 8 picks right. Leo, you had 8 picks right. Jonathan remains in first place this week. He has an unbelievable week. Okay? 13 picks right. He only missed 3. I don't know if Jonathan went to the future or what, but I'm like, how the heck is he picking these games?
If I see Jonathan driving a DeLorean, it's over. I'm not.
Hey, there's one in Dallas. There is one in Dallas.
Oh, so that put us at the total. I'm in last place right now with 14 points, but I'm real close. Leo's in second with 15, so he's only 1 point ahead, and then Jonathan is way ahead of us with 25. But it's still early. It's week 2. I think last year we had a couple swap-a-roonies. We had a couple changes throughout it, man. There's going to be some changes, so we're coming, Jonathan. It only take one bad week, and we're coming. Pause.
Yeah, you trying to get me ejaculated. Okay.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
So let's
Chris
go, man. Let's talk.
Dunn? Are we officially saying Chris Dunn this year?
Man, this is week 3, man. I don't think he's gonna make it, man. I don't think I hadn't got picks from him yet, man. So I'm gonna say he ain't no way he gonna catch up. Oh, so let's look at some of this week's games, man. This week should be a very good week, man. First game, man. Thursday night, we got the Giants at the 49ers. The 1-1 Giants at the 49ers. We all picked San Francisco in this game. What are y'all expecting out of this game?
A blowout.
San Francisco to show up and show out.
A blowout.
Yeah, it's going to be bad, man. It's going to be bad. I think San Francisco defense might be better than ours. And then the Giants don't have Saquon. I don't even know who they second. Who behind Saquon?
It don't matter.
Oh, Brader's behind Saquon. He's not that bad, but he's not Saquon. I think they're going to have some. Daniel Jones is going to have some issues, man. He's starting the whole year off rough. But, I mean, they won last week, but I don't know. That was going to be a tough game. Another interesting one for me. We had a couple interesting that was kind of hard for me to pick. We got the Titans, the 1-1 Titans at the 1-1 Browns. They're going to Cleveland this week, man. What do y'all think about that?
I got Tennessee.
I went opposite, man.
Yeah. No, I actually picked Cleveland.
Yeah, you picked Cleveland too.
Yeah, I have this feeling that they like I said, I don't feel like they did bad this week. I feel like they was just looked like they was still trying to adjust and everything else like that. But I kind of picked Cleveland.
Yeah, I got Cleveland, man. Look, y'all, we're having a lot of overreactions early in the season, man. Watson had a great week 1. Last week he was off, but that happens to the best of us. And he really wasn't that much off, man. He's just a little bit, you know what I mean?
And then a lot of the things that they said he was off, it was actually receivers dropping the ball. It was right in their hands. A couple of good plays was in their hands, and they just dropped.
Yeah, that's all coachable, man. That's all coachable. I think they come back and they beat Tennessee on that one. Let's pick. This one was hard for me too, man, because I still believe in Detroit, man. We got 2-0 Falcons in Detroit, in D-Town there. What do y'all have on that one? I picked Detroit. Man, I think Detroit last week game, man, came into overtime against Geno Smith. Seattle, man. Seattle had the ball out. I mean, they really balled out in overtime. I hate the NFL overtime rules. I wish they hurry up and change them. But it was a heartbreaker, man. And they lost yesterday the way they always lose. What do y'all got on that? Leo, you look like you picked Detroit too.
I picked Detroit too. I picked Detroit too. I feel like even though Bichon, he did ATL. I feel like he's going to do his thing, but sometimes even when a player do their thing, that still don't get you what you need to get that win.
Yeah.
So I feel like Detroit is going to pull that one out.
Who
Detroit
you
gonna
got, John?
barely lose.
You said they're gonna barely lose again.
D. Ritter, Louisiana, and Bijan is gonna have a good game. D.
We're gonna
Ritter.
see, man. We're gonna see. Next up, we got Leo, your Saints, the 2-0 Saints, going to Green Bay to face the 1-1 Packers. You got both of you guys. Y'all both picked New Orleans to win that one. I'm going with. I still believe in Jordy Love, man. I still believe. He took a hard loss last week. It was another close game. The kid got talented, man. I think they got enough talent to beat Mr. Derek Carr.
Oh,
I got the
I'm
Saints.
going against New Orleans. I'm going against New Orleans. No, I'm messing with you.
Go ahead, man. Say that. Go with it. PAUX. Go.
Oh, another interesting game for me, which could go either way. Still, man, for me, is what I'm thinking. I got Denver and Denver, the 0-2 Denver Broncos going to Miami, the 2-0 Miami Dolphins.
Fins up.
We all pick Miami.
Oh, we picked Miami. Yeah, I picked Miami, but I'm not gonna lie. Russell Wilson. If you watched last week game, man, and they didn't look. I mean, the quarterback's gonna take the blame all the time. But Russell was a beast. Russell got me like 80 points in fantasy, man. Russell was a beast last week, man. Even with the Hail Mary pass, man, the 50-yard Hail Mary pass at the end of the game, they just couldn't get the 2-point conversion. Russell looked good. Now Denver's defense, that's another story. How you let a team come back, but I think the Dolphins on that for the safe bet, but I think Denver might surprise them.
Yeah, they might just only due to a lot of injuries. They do have a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
so possibly that. They got a lot of injuries.
Yeah. Another game that could go either way, and the records might be tied here. We got New England Patriots going to New Jersey to play the New York Jets in MetLife there. Who I picked on that one? Leo, you picked
New England.
We all picked the upset, man. That was one I wanted to.
We all picked New England on that one.
Y'all don't think Zach Wilson gonna get it done?
Nah. Take that damn man down. He played just like, but he ain't got the team like he did. What's that boy name from Chicago from back in the day when they won the Super Bowl?
McMahon.
Yeah. He looked just like him. Trash. He just had it. And it's funny because he has a good defense, just like he had. But he just ain't got the running back and the line and everybody to protect him on offense.
Yeah.
New England. Judah gonna have about 3 sacks on him. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Come to Dallas.
All right. And then we're going against the Cardinals, man. We're going against the Cardinals next week there. Dallas 2-0. Dallas going against the 0-2 Cardinals. But that's another one where I say you got to ignore the record because the Cardinals were looking good when they were winning yesterday, the other day. When they were winning Sunday.
Come on,
man. Dobbs was looking good, man. Then the defense let him come all the way back.
Yeah, I feel bad saying this. Y'all defense is better than the Cardinals offense. I'm just gonna give it that. And it's not saying that like you said, some of these games they do put up numbers and they do do good, but then once you hit that red zone, you got to cross over. And a lot of these teams are getting you those numbers because they getting the throws and the plays and the yards in the middle of that field and everything else. But once they get close, that's when the defense really step up and stop them from making them points. So they kicking all day. Man, kickers are getting some work this year.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
It's only week 3. Kickers are getting some work. They
Look,
got kickers
I
doing
tell you, and I'm
60 yards
honest.
a kick.
I'm honest there, man. I'm picking Dallas to win, but watch how Dobbs played there. There was some gaps in our defense last week, but we kept attacking from the outside, and they kept running straight down the middle, and he's picking up lots of yards. This Dobbs kid, he is quick. He's long. He's hard to take down too. Pause on all of that. But
Chris Brown.
but if we can figure out if we can protect the middle, put pressure on them, but don't leave any gaps open or have somebody spy on him, man, and make sure he doesn't get away. Sometimes our aggressiveness is great, but it also is a weakness. We got to be careful with that with this kid. The kid he's dangerous, man. He's dangerous.
Yeah, but I still feel the same about it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And Dak got to keep up with the doing like he's doing. No mistakes. Let's look at another one here. Monday night, man. Monday night here. There's 2 Monday night games scheduled again for next Monday. Why? I don't know. Thank you, NFL.
yeah.
But
crowd.
yeah. At the same time, 6:15. Well, basically at the same time, 6:15 and 7:15.
Mhm.
We got the Eagles and the Buccaneers, the 2-0 Eagles going down to Tampa Bay to face Baker Mayfield and the 2-0 Buccaneers. And we all picked Philly, but I just want to put out there, man. I keep telling y'all every week, I'm not going for him because I just don't have faith in Baker like that. But Baker just keeps on figuring out a way to win. They might even keep Mike Evans now, man. Mike Evans seemed like he was happy Sunday with Baker's play.
I don't think he's going to figure out a way to win this time.
You don't think he's going to figure a way to win? Because the
Man,
Eagles,
look can only get you so far.
Listen, the Eagles really aren't that great, man. They're not playing that great, man.
You say, look, I can't trust your opinions on the Eagles because you're a Dallas fan. Every year,
It's true.
even when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, you still was like, oh, they're not that great of a team. They're not
They
that
were.
good. But you got to be something to win. You know,
If they were good, they would have won the Super Bowl.
either way, it was good enough to make it there. So
They lost to a hurt Kansas City. The quarterback was
that
hurt.
dude was not
tight
hurt.
end was hurt.
They lost to the Lions to believe in the lion ass Chiefs. That's everybody on the Chiefs roster be hurt. Oh, this person hurt. This person hurt. Then when they come out there, man, they just come out and play. I don't believe he was hurt. I believe he went to action. These what is it, State Farm commercials or whatever he be doing. He ain't hurt. And now he got Verizon commercials. He ain't messing up lines on them commercials. You know why? Because he's a liar and an actor out there when it comes to injury. He wasn't hurt.
Listen, I picked Philadelphia for the safe bet. That was another one safe bet for me because I gotta catch up with Jonathan. But don't be surprised if Baker Mayfield doesn't figure out how to win, man. He just keeps on figuring out how to win. I don't like him. He's just like Tebow, though, man. They figure out a way to win.
Well, look
Yeah, I
at
don't
what
see
happened
him
to
winning.
Tebow in the end.
Yeah. He's a sportscaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them having a chance this game. I think Philadelphia defense gonna wake up. Fletcher Cox and some of the guys, they're gonna get some sacks, and that's gonna wake up the offense.
How old is Fletcher Cox now?
Old enough to get a sack.
I just gonna say he looked like he about 50. There, man.
Hey,
He look his age now, man. He done lost the step, man. He done lost the
hey,
step.
I don't
Hey
want to hear
man, he
nothing
ain't.
from y'all.
But
I had that
Travis
dude
Kelsey,
last year who had lost 15 steps. Y'all still kept him.
yeah, we say Travis Kelsey lost a step, but you see him walk on the practice field acting like he hurt and then start twerking.
Twerking. That's what I up on the line. Ass cheating. Twerking. He done brought Megan Thee Stallion and Lizzo on both sides of them. They all just twerking. When he come in, oh yeah, I was hurt. It was my heels. Whatever, man. Whatever.
Nah, he had a bruised bone. That's what he had.
Bruise bone, man. What bone?
Oh, and then last game they had the Rams and the Bengals playing also Sunday night. 1-1 Rams going down to Cincinnati to play the 0-2 0-2 Bengals, man. I'm not the one who picked the Rams. Y'all picked Cincinnati. What's up with that, man? Y'all just talking about Joe Burrow. Y'all picked him.
I think
Well,
he
I
gonna
feel
wake
like
up
he's
this
good
week.
enough to win that game.
Yeah, I think he gonna
Be
wake
careful,
up,
man.
man. Joe Cool.
The Rams
They play.
receiver there. He
Yeah,
what he caught?
they play good.
He caught 20 receptions. Not Nakua. He brought 20 receptions Sunday for like 200 yards. He was killing it, man. He was killing it.
Yeah,
I got LA. I went with the Rams, man. I think Burrow. I'm hearing words from the Cincinnati camp that Burrow might be a little injured, man. He might be hurt. So I went ahead and went with the Rams, man. That's
the who camp? You hearing from who?
from Cincinnati camp, man. From Cincinnati camp.
Okay.
I got one more question for y'all, man. Here, we're gonna wrap it up here in a minute, but we've got a couple 2-0 quarterbacks, man. 2-0 quarterbacks. We got Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. Who else? 2-0. Sam Howell.
Wow.
Tua, Derek Carr, um, and
D Ritter.
and Purdy, man. Out of those quarterbacks, who do y'all think towards the end of the season?
D Ritter.
Who?
D Ritter's 2-0 too.
Yeah, I said D Ritter.
Oh,
Ritter.
you
I'm
glitched.
in there, but D Ritter's 2-0 too. Out of those quarterbacks, uh, at the end of the year, because some teams start off hot and they end up cool. Who do y'all think out of those quarterbacks gonna end up cool at the end of the
Let's
year?
be real about this. Tua gonna get hurt.
He is killing it right now too, man. I hope he stay healthy. They in line to go to the Super Bowl right now. He's killing it. I ain't no lie.
Tua gonna get hurt, man. He's
Yeah.
one game away. Him. Who else gonna get hurt on that list? Man, you got to cut out the people that's gonna get hurt, man.
Probably Baker.
Yeah.
Watch out that list. It's gonna whittle
Yeah.
down.
I think Baker cool off. And Baker's been inconsistent his whole career. I think he cools off towards the end of the year.
Yeah, of course. He's gonna mess up.
Yeah. And then
I think
Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr the same way. And I think
yeah,
he's
Derek
not
Carr is
consistent
too.
throughout.
The Saints, to me, the Saints ain't they're gonna do nice this year, but I don't see them if they make it to the playoffs, that's cool. But I think they'll have like a good record, but I don't feel like they have the complete team yet. So I agree with that. The Saints, Derek Carr is gonna fall out. I think your boy Dak. I think Dak gonna lose a game that y'all should win. When y'all do lose, I feel like it's gonna be a game where it's gonna somebody y'all should have blew out or something like that, and y'all gonna struggle the whole damn game, and he's gonna just intercept the world out of it, and it's just gonna be like a what the hell, So
the Buffalo game, we're gonna lose.
Like that's gonna happen. Who else you said? Purdy. Who Purdy play for again?
San Francisco.
49ers.
I feel like he gonna take it. He gonna take it all the way. I feel if they stayed with the momentum and everything that they doing now, and those weapons he got, they defense is on point. They are a pretty even team. So I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
he
the
one of the
same
ones
San
that
Francisco
can.
that lost 3 quarterbacks last year.
Unless he get hurt, that's true.
Yeah.
But that's with any of them.
That just the opposite, man. 0-2 quarterbacks. Like, who's gonna have the biggest turnaround at the end of the year? We're looking at Joe
I think
Burrow,
Kyler Murray ain't.
Fields, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Mac Jones, Kirk Cousins,
Kirk Cousins too
Russell
old.
Wilson, and what's his name? Who's the Chargers quarterback? Stafford, huh? Is it Stafford?
Hey man, if you don't know, nobody else does. Hold on.
I
Yeah.
can't remember that
Nah,
quarterback.
it's Herbert. Herbert.
Herbert, yeah, Herbert. Justin Herbert, yeah. I forgot about
I feel
Herbert.
like Wilson is
So out
going
of
to have a
those, man, who's
turnaround.
gonna have the biggest?
I feel like Wilson going to have a big turnaround. What's the name of the Texans ain't? Because it's the team. Like I said, Kyler Murray, I don't feel like he is. I feel like he's kind of accident prone too.
He already hurt.
Yeah, your boy with the Bengals, I don't feel like. I feel like he'll have an all right year, but I don't feel like it's going to be like a turnaround type. He's not. I don't know. Yeah.
Who you got, Jonathan?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Joe
Turnaround year.
Burrow. Because
Yeah,
everybody
man,
else, maybe Russell, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's two
Not
I got
only
on
are
my
you looking
list
at the
too.
quarterback, man, you're looking at the team and the weapons they have out there.
You're looking
So
at the
I can
offensive
agree with
line.
Jonathan with Burrow.
Yeah. Yeah. You're looking at the offensive line and the team, which I'm not gonna lie, Burrow offensive line is not that great either. He gets sacked a
Yeah.
whole bunch too, but he still, he still pull it off. But that's the thing. None of the rookie quarterbacks I think are gonna make a turnaround.
Man, we forgot about Justin Fields.
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
Justin
he said
Fields too.
You said Justin, but I mean nobody acknowledged him.
Yeah, I
his
think he's
line.
got the same issue as
Yeah.
it's the offensive line, man. He's got that. I don't think, he's not looking bad. Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, all of them guys are putting up the numbers, but you're looking at that sack total, they're taking a lot of punishment. So I don't think they're going to recover from that, man. It's nothing unless they start making some trades. I mean, try to get somebody on the line, man. It's nothing.
You said Bryce Young, man. I feel like if they gotta coach him. If they coach Bryce Young, I feel like he could be okay or whatever. But his line too. Well, the difference between his line and the other guy's line is he actually they would break down, but they would still kind of holding him up to where he didn't get hit as much as some of those other guys. But he doesn't have as long as you would like a rookie to have to make decisions.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's go for our defensive player of the week, man. Who you picking? Who you got? Start with Jonathan. You doing Bitch Mikado again, Jonathan? Now we can hear the static. We know you ain't pros. We know you ain't pros.
I'm gonna give it to Cowboys defense for
Cowboys.
takeaways.
More takeaways. I would give it to TJ, man. I'm going with TJ Watt, man. He played an incredible game last night. He was all over the place, man. So this week, I'm gonna give him the crown for king of defense. There. Who you got?
I guess I give it to San Francisco defense. I think they really hot. They really good.
Okay. Okay. What about offensive player of the week, Jonathan? Who you got? I hate you. I absolutely hate you.
And
Yeah,
then
I
he
don't
gonna
know.
look away.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really watch too many games.
Well, then I go. I got Olave one hand. I can see it now.
Ohio State.
Uh,
The Ohio State.
oh man. No, I'm gonna go with you gonna go that route, man. I'm gonna go with my boy. No, I'm not even gonna go that route, man. I was gonna pick CD. I was gonna pick CD, man. He caught a lot of passes. He looked good out there. You know what? I'm gonna go with CD, man. I'm gonna go with CD, man. He was a beast. CD
Doing
Lamb, he
one
had
hand.
he had two hands on it, man. Look, gotta throw bullets out there. So he ain't throwing that soft stuff that you can catch with one
Hey
hand, man.
man,
He throwing bullets, man.
he
Jesus
threw that. Well, he
Christ.
would have had two hands, but the other hand was being captured by the defensive player illegally.
Jesus.
I'm trying to pull up his stats there, but he had an awesome game. I'm gonna go with him, man. I think he had like 190 yards, something like close to 200. He was beast mode, man. He was on beast mode yesterday, so a shout out to them. So that's our show, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We've been a little bit long today, but it's all good. It's all good. Hey, we appreciate y'all watching, man. Hit up in the comments. Make sure let us know who your picks is, man. Who your players of the game are, and then also, man, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this. And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that little bell over there on the side there, that notify button, so you can be notified of when we're making videos, man. Once again, man, we appreciate you guys for watching. Catch you here next time on the 3200.
Peace.